Royal Blood, Altitude, Babylon, Ancient Cistern, Gresvan, maybe, Dragon Scales, and Neohumanity. Well, we all know what this means. It is time for a new maps video. Go through each map individually. Spend a few minutes looking at it from both an aesthetic and a balance point of view. I love these videos. Alaric, we go through this every time we do these. Can you please remove the babbling idiot from the screen?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Alrighty guys, let's get started here on the map. Altitude. I have pitted two AIs to battle to the death here, although these overlords aren't moving very quickly, so that I may do the more important business of examining these trees. Look at this snow-covered map. All these strange extensions to the main base, perfect for drops. You Terrans are gonna love it. Decent amount of dead space behind. Don't know how much of it actually is operable. Natural base. It's a ramp, natural ramp map as well. So see lots of wall offs made there at the Nat. Get a gauge how big is the main base. The main base is actually quite a decent size. You're gonna need a creep tumor over here, my Zerg friend. Go down. Typical choice of line versus third triangle. However, the line third here is on high ground. Very curious. I'm loving the snowy aesthetic. Get to see all the snow actually on your screen if you're running graphics at that level. Into not snow, water. We have water, like traversable water. It looks like it's traversable. There's ramps leading in and out of it. Oh gosh, what if your Marines don't know how to swim? Gonna end up drowning, losing half your force. Employee entrance to the main base for both sides, I assume. This one's a bit harder to see though, so Reaper access point into there. All looking standard stuff. Do we have a pillar? Do we have a high ground pillar? Not really. It's out here. Okay. Well, you can definitely see those two access points from the Overlord pillar. The problem is if your opponent goes this way. Not too much of an issue for ZVZ, where you'll probably just plop it here anyways, but Zerg players for the other matchups. What? Guys, there's a watchtower, like, here. So you're just not supposed to expand here? What do you build your base out here instead? In a cooling tower. I feel like this is the destructible tower. You destroy this, the debris falls down to here. Maybe they expect you to put your base like here or over here. Oy vey. That is just downright absurd, if you ask me. There's a pillar in the very center here, able to keep an eye on anything that is trying to swim. No beach parties allowed, unscouted. Speaking of scout, the 4-minute Easy AI SCV is heading out now. Perfect. Along with a Zergling. Alright, keep looking at the bases. So we got the third. You could keep going all the way over here. Take a green, grassy, lots of wildflowers too. Some dandelions, daisies maybe. Take that as your fourth base. You keep going all the way up. And then past that you get into the odd choice here. I'm very keen to see what somebody actually does with this. Because you think, you know, a pro player is going to look at this and say, wow, I can't put my base where it's supposed to. That's weird. That's inefficient. But at the same time, they're gold minerals. So is it worth it? Tough to say. Tough to say indeed. How many bases total we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for each side. So 16 total. Pretty standard, I would say. This is by far the weirdest thing that's jumping out at me. Do I think it's going to cause any sort of crazy shenanigans in the games? Probably not. This is the tower. It just, why? That's my thought. Why do it like this? Just to be interesting, just to be different. Alright, well that is altitude. This incredibly fearsome attack group of 3 Marines, 2 Marauders on its way across the map. I think we had best head out of this before things get too bloody, of course. On to the next map. Welcome to the map Ancient Cistern. Have to see. First things first, guys, this is bright. Holy moly. And the foliage. Just get it. This is what you're gonna zone into here. This is your main base. That is quite well illuminated compared to some other maps. Data C, you remember that old map? Oh, that was in the dark. Massive main base though. My gosh, I need the double zoom. Still, barely get it all in here. Reaper accessible cliff, of course. Dead space in between the main and the third. Hello Liberator Zone right here. Setup shot. Circle right there. Oh yeah. Liberator harassment. Battle cruiser safety zone back here. All you Terrans love your battle cruiser builds. I know. It's okay. No ramp at the natural, but looks like a completely normal 3 building wall off. Pillar here in between there. There is a pillar over here as well. Nothing else I'm seeing, so totally fine. Double gas, line 3rd, 4th. Oh, critters. It's a taste-a-lope. That means there must be a lurking Artosalope somewhere. Final base, all the way down here, far corner. How many bases total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, I'm counting. So 16, normal, nothing outrageous, nothing crazy here. I cannot get over how green this is. It's so lush. So vegetation. Running water all around too. If you don't go the line way, you got this 3rd, easily defended from the high ground Terrans. Put a siege tank up here. This base will be nice and covered. Likewise, another taste-a-lope. There's 2 taste-a-lopes. It's not how it's supposed to be. Easy wall off here from the 3rd. 4th base does have a ramp. Nice to see. Come down here to the low ground. A lot more open space. A lot more ability to be surrounded. This base up here, these corner bases, I am reminded. Oh, what was it? Jaganatha? However you wanted to pronounce it. The map 1 or 2 years ago had a base like this that was tucked away in the opposite corner. It's reminding me of it. Had some long macro games on that map too. Destructible rocks to open up additional attack routes. However, it's not really saving you much because this ramp's open. It's just minor. I would say. I like the environment, sure. Very lush. Nice to see life and foliage. Overall, though, what would you... Oh, there it is. I found it. We're good now. I found the Artosalope. I can rest easy once again. There is no pillar on this side, though. Obviously, because of the high ground advantage. So, any Overlord scouting getting a little risky. You gotta go across the natural. That is my feeling. That is my review of you, Ancient Cistern. On to the next one. Oh my word, what is this color palette? Oh, these things are back. Tropical Sacrifice still haunts us. What on earth is going on with this base? I don't want to, crush somebody's artistic creativity here, but... Ooh, this is like an eternal sunset on a hardwood floor. I do kind of like the hedge work. It feels very organized, nice and linear. Of course, a safe perimeter until a battle cruiser warps in back here. You say this is not safe whatsoever. Oh, this is quite the lighting change from the last one. Okay, hardwood floors into a cement stair ramp. Into a very grassy natural here. The unbuildable rocks, of course. Some statues, and this dude, they're getting down. We're gonna go with their dancing. They're happy. Because anything else will make me question my sanity. Urubu. More critters. At least this one's a bird, I suppose. Somebody's got to be happy about the bird watchers, you birders out there. I don't think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think you're supposed to have 7 different colors of trees in that close of a proximity. This is... Oh, there's a ramp going up here, too. I doubt this is actually passable terrain, though. It's just... I'll give them one thing. It's creative. It feels very alien. Definitely a unusual planet, unusual world here that you're landing on to conquer and do battle with your foul Terran opponent over here. Who is it? Oh, this is Protoss, of course. Okay. Alright, gameplay point of view. So you got your natural. There is no pillar? Is this? No, this can't be a pillar. It's the same level. And this is high ground. So I guess this is actually the pillar? Is there anything over here? No. None of that's a pillar. So there's no real pillar here. There's no true Overlord pillar. I'm gonna guess this is the best thing we have for that. There's one over here, but very far away. Triangle third. Line third. Destructible rocks. Open up the pathway into nice tucked away base up here. Oh, I like the running water. Could do without whatever is going on here. The sharks, though. Gosh, the underwater maps when the sharks are actually in the air. Bonus points for that. Alright, back to gameplay. Getting distracted. Base up here leads very easily into the opponent's side of the map. A lot of space to be surrounded in the middle here. That's the advantage to opening up the rocks, it feels. Just additional ways to flank, surround, try and outmaneuver your opponent. Oh, there's rocks going this way too. Huh. So that actually would allow for quicker counterattack potential, because this is the third base here. Open up these rocks. You'd have to do it so carefully, though, because it's so easy to defend right here. But then you might get surrounded from both sides. Could be some conflict, some potential for gameplay opportunities there. Fourth base, fifth base. What do we got? 3, 6, 7. Is that right? 4, 7? Yeah, okay, so slightly less number of bases than the previous maps, right? 14 total instead of 16. Probably not a huge deal. The amount of games that I can think of that go to 7+ bases consistently. Some epic TVZs right there. Some Ghost Mech, some Broodlord Infestor Viper shenanigans. I want to like it, but it's just a bit too different, I think, for me. I'm one of those people. It's like I have an idea of what a standard set map should be like, and I applaud the creativity. I do have the value for the artistic side, but just, I guess I'm not a hardwood floors main base kind of guy. What can I say? On to the next map. This is the map Dragon Scales. I am familiar with this one already. I believe I may have casted one game on it, or I played a game for a unit guide on it. I have seen this before. A very rugged, rough Tal'Darim style tile set here. Lots of sharp edge cliffs. We got some void energy going on off the side of the platform here. Decent amount of dead space. The aesthetic so far, I would describe it as simple. I like it. It's plain. It's very dark. The lighting, fine. No issues one way or the other. Come down here. We have this dark, not quite metal, but more like a stone into sand, dirt, some purple going on. Very terrazine touched ground, perhaps, into some more of that same kind of dark stone. I love whatever's going on down here. It's like red lightning storm. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. I would say cracks in the ground too. Clearly something is going on deep beneath the surface of this planet. Something is fighting to break free, perhaps. And I have no doubt this Taste-A-Lope is the only thing keeping us from annihilation. Alright, aesthetic. I like it so far. Not quite as good as the snowy map that I went through first, if I'm being honest about my feelings so far, but let's take a look at it from the gameplay point of view. Decently sized main base. Nothing jumps out at me as too vulnerable. Yeah, there's a decent amount of dead space back here, but as I said before, I'm not quite sure how much of it is actually operable, because as an observer, I can kind of squeeze my camera quite far into this corner. Don't know how much of it actually is usable by air units. Ramp into a natural ramp. This one's very shiny. Look at that. Look at the lighting change here. Just shiny, reflective. Little distracting. So natural ramp into death trap. In other words, you move your army right here and you can be hit from 3 different angles. There's not much safety going on there, and especially 2 of these sides are high ground. The TVT contain is going to be real. Very open, line third base. Can be somewhat defended though, because you have things just coming from 2 sides. This obstacle here helps out with that. Ramp up into this base, ramp down. 2 ramps down, actually, the alternative. You have to deal with the Taste-A-Lope though. Foliage across these bridges. We've seen this style of bridge where you have a 3rd or a 4th base over here, and then there's a few bridges. Oh, what did we just have? Cosmic Sapphire. It worked just like this. There were a couple bridges on both sides of the map. Alternatively, though, you don't have to keep going this way. You could come up here into this absolute nightmare to defend, I would say. This one, much safer, much more open, much more defensible. There's rocks to help you out. You keep going down here. There's a rock tower For the ramp? Because the rock towers, you destroy them and it creates rocks. It looks like it should make it here, which would make this even more defensible. Although this is quite far away. A second Taste-a-Lope off to the side here, along with one flower. Oh, there's something else over here that looks like aloe vera. This, though, one flower. For those of you that are like, I want more vegetation, I want more life on my maps. There you go. You got a flower. Base count. Show me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 14. Totally fine. Nothing unusual. Pillar check. Pillar. Just one. Nice to have the space over here, though. You can send a second overlord over to this side and then have access to the main base if you want. Oh, this looks like a pillar, too. I'm not actually quite sure what this looks like. Some kind of special moving fire, a lantern. The decor here. It's a special kind of flavor. I'm really digging the red storms going on. Not bad. Better than some. Not as good as others. That's my feeling. Oh, you two are just not fighting, huh? One of you's got Banes, the other's got Hydras. Oh dear. On to the next map then. Excuse me, Google, can I get a pronunciation on this map name?
Gresvan.
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 Gresvan. I kind of doubt that, but alright, we'll go with it. Welcome everyone to this map that I am probably pronouncing incorrectly here. Oh, where'd my background music go? There we go. Okay. Welcome to this map that starts with a G. Yes, of course. Lots of pillars, pylons back here. Some, I thought these were statues, but now, no, they're not technically, I guess, statues. They're more just art. We're gonna call it art. Lighting. Fine. The brown palette on your main base. Anybody like that? Simple scheme. Just dirt, brown. The Reaper access point here, very well illuminated, of course. Oh, there it is. Didn't want to have to try and figure that out. Not all of this color, though. You see, just across the waterway, we're going to have some more colors in the map. Water around the main base. Let's take a look. Let's keep going to the natural. Okay. The red and green combo. Somebody celebrating the holiday year-round. Is this supposed to be a pillar? No, that can't be a pillar. No way. This is obviously the pillar. Okay. So once you get off of this grid style texture, we're going to come down here. We got the Cosmic Sapphire Blue into sand. This makes me think there's rocks here, but they're not actually rocks. It's just environment. It's just texture. This makes me think somebody can hide up here. Right in here, you just stuff a Dark Templar in there. So wait, lie in ambush. Okay. Oh, the dogs. The return of the dogs. We have our new dog map. Berlingrad lovers. So the low ground has all of this sapphire and sand. Higher ground has this kind of stony, cobblestone looking texture. There's multiple dogs. And then the highest ground is this brown platform. Okay. I honestly wish there was more of this. The sand, the sapphire. And a Karak. Not a Karax. Not a Solarite loving Protoss. It's just a Karak. Alright, now from the gameplay point of view here. So the main base, I would actually describe this as a little small. A little bit of a smaller main base compared to some other ones. Some dead space in between the bases. That is not a pillar, but this should be. So that's fine. Oh, and there's another one right out here. So this is the pillar you go to, and then once you are under attack and you're freaking out, so, I just go over here. Hop, skip, and a jump, right? Triangle third base. Multiple ramps leading up to it. Not too bad. I like that this one's far away. Have to build a wall. Some chew toy buildings over here to try and stop things. Low ground expo. One side is rocks though, and theoretically you're coming from one side, so it should be an easy defense. High ground ramp up to here. Huge archway. Potential for concaves. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think. I'm going with 8. So 16 bases. Damn, Zerg, you are already going out. The one Ravager attack timing. Yes. Don't even know what's going on over here. It's a Protoss. Okay. Good luck, Protoss. Come down here. This base quite exposed, it seems, but you're also very close to potentially your opponent's base, which is equally exposed. Rocks. This is the only set of rocks. So rocks aren't going to play a huge deal into this. There's no watchtowers either. Oh no. We're left with only our own units for map vision. Well, that went terribly for the Zerg. This is why we don't do a 2 Roach, 1 Ravager attack timing, guys. Into Hydra Den on one base. Good lord. Get me out of here. Alright, so that is... yeah, this map with the G letter. I'm sure somebody will help me try and pronounce it in the comments. If there's one thing I've learned, if you want to know the correct answer to something on the internet, don't ask the question, just say the wrong answer first. Somebody will help you, somebody will correct you. Holy bright lights, Batman. Welcome to Neohumanity. You know, it's really just the main base, though. The lighting, you can tell it's from this side, because this is very well lit. And vice versa. Wow, all these lights around. The perimeter lights. I'm guessing they tried to make it feel futuristic, cybernetic. I do kind of like what's going on down here. It makes it feel like a cityscape. It feels like we're in an airport. The runways, the planes sitting here. Itty bitty cars down there and a fountain. Okay. I don't mind the color palette. It is well lit, very well illuminated. This is a ramp. This is the Reaper entrance, okay? Employee entrance located. I kind of like that there's unpassable terrain right here. Kind of separating out your normal main entrance and the employee entrance. Drop potential. More on this side than this one. Wow, the quick expansion from the... oh, what the Sam hell's going on here? Rich mineral field wall. Golden wall, is that you? So you come down, you've got rich minerals here. Alright, I gotta break this up. So aesthetics first, gameplay second. Aesthetic, still totally fine. You breaking off of this more sandy color palette into gray stone, red lights instead of blue. That's kind of neat, actually. I don't mind it. It is a little bit distracting with them flashing, but I don't mind it. A lot of vents, smoke screen for the tower. Tower should give you vision of the ramps, perhaps even over here, this ramp, as well as the bases, actually. So that's a very useful watchtower. Oh, what do we got here? The inhibitor zone, the slow zone, the what bubula, maybe called. Surrounded by rocks, of course, and these are cooling towers. For which side? Do they collapse this way? Can you actually block off the middle zone? Or do they fall this way and help defend? No, I don't see that. With there being a base here, they must fall towards the center. And this is a rich gas base. Oh boy. Alright. Alright. Gameplay. Point of view. So we got the main base. Pitiful excuse for a dead space pillar there. No real pillar? No? What? These are rocks? Those, guys, that's not a rock. You would think you'd have to tell somebody what and what is not a rock, but that is definitely not a rock. I seriously am not... God, is this the first true high ground pillar? Oh, man. Okay. I guess the counter argument is there's a lot of dead space. And plus with the mineral walls, like an Ovi would be safe from a Marine over here, for example. There's dead space here. Okay. No ramp at the natural, but this actually might be a 2 building wall off. 1, 2. I'm thinking, yeah. So, shorter entrance into the natural. This is a Banshee. Viking... God, what are these AI builds? Triangle third base. Defensible. This is just... So then, what, you just take a quick rich gas fourth? I feel like this is a very Terran-friendly thing here. Because you only have to move up your stuff maybe to here, and then you can cover this base, and this base, and this entryway. And on this side, it's minerals. So, as long as you keep an eye on it, you're fine. You're safe. Huh. And what is going on with this, too? If you destroy the cooling towers, do you block this off? Which then makes it so the only access points are here and on this side? Huh. I'm intrigued. The amount of cooling towers here. Really? Still? Just not a lot of rocks, a lot of destructibles. Plus the mineral wall. This one, I'm going to have to give them points for creativity. I am very keen to see what some games are going to look like. Are people going to be inclined to take this base very quickly? Are people going to open up these minerals? These are 14 apiece, but they're rich, so it should still be only 2 trips, or 1 trip for 2 workers, vice versa, times 2 to get through. Oh, and there's the potential you could combo it with a gas geyser. Have get minerals, get gas, get minerals, get gas, and that's a way to open it up as well. The watchtower is nice and helpful. I like it. Dare I say, I like it. It is a bit weird, but I like that it's mechanically weird. It's weird from a gameplay point of view, not an aesthetic point of view. I don't know what that is. An SCV, it got torched, roasted. The Banshee Viking opener here from the Blue Terran. Disaster. He goes for the orbital. He goes for the Hellions. I think this is plenty of Marines, though. Oh, wait, I'm switching into caster mode. Alright. I think we only have one more map. Better get on to it, then. Alright, guys, we are wrapping this up with the map Royal Blood. Already, one thing stands out to me. Does it stand out to you? No, I don't mean the carpet underneath the base. I mean different corners. There's left and right. As opposed to, it feels like all of the other bases, we would have been down here instead. Really? We've got rugs? Do they all have... Oh, God. And the main bases are big rectangle rugs. It's important, of course. Floor health, floor cleanliness. No, this is the Reaper ramp? Oh, wait, there's two. Oh, interesting. What is going on here? It looks all like it was stitched. I tip my hat to you, sir. Making the map looks like it was stitched together. I like the fence, too, the wall. I love space maps. I like it. I hope there's, well, space to see it throughout the map as well. Some vegetation, some grass, a big ship, turbines. What is this supposed to be, like a hotel? This feels like a very fancy compound, hotel, living space, dwelling. There's coins, there's loot, treasure, dragons, rejoice. May we improve the quality of our respective hordes. I keep thinking this is an object, this is a critter. It's actually just environmental treasure. Probe transfer, I don't really recommend that, in case anybody saw that. Okay. Oh. Shrubs, trees, actual, I don't know what the right word is. Topiary kind of thing. This person's very proud of their vases, their vases, umbrella work. A lot of coins everywhere. I think it's supposed to feel rich, regal, fancy, hence royal blood. The texture on the platforms is not bothering me whatsoever. The stitched feeling, I like that it feels simple, it feels plain, even though there is a lot of icons, there's a lot of texture going on. You rallied your stuff here? It's so far away. What gives? I'm not seeing any sort of space within the map to actually view that we're in space, that we're on a floating hotel platform, it feels, which I think is a little bit of a letdown. I feel like having... How could you do it? Maybe a window, like a glass pane in the floor to see the planet underneath. Also, really, there's ramps? Yeah, it's accessible high ground. It's kind of neat to show where you can and cannot jump up and down for Reapers by these fenced methods. Okay, gameplay. Pillar. Always check your pillars first, guys. Void Ray. In PvP, you madman. Alright, multiple pillars, you go further out. Nothing really over here, though. The natural looks like a standard 3 building. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Main base ramp. There's one entrance here, one entrance there for you Reaper lovers. I like it. I like the fountain. What is this symbol? Just a shield, just a crest. Alright, so you come out the natural base, you have the line third over here. Nice choke point into there, very defensible. Bit more of an open field over here, but there's rocks at the triangle third. So again, very small choke point. Come down here, low ground, high ground, base. Oh. What was this? Blackburn. Oh yeah. Gold minerals. Mine through them, and you have access to both sides, which means this is very attackable. Get something like a tank, a widow mine, a lurker, and the like. Hell, you don't even need to go that far. Just get some roaches. Just send them around to the outside here, and they can pressure this. Alright. So you can opt to take this gold base, which does not have that many minerals. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 patches, and only 1 gas. It's risky, too. It's very far away. We got a store here. Rob's Guns. Don't know what kind of guns Rob sells, but he's got them. Rocks. Into... This might actually just... Is this really traversable through here? This is the scariest choke point. That is like 2 units at a time. 1 at a time with big units like Thor's. Single file choke point. Give me a break. A lot of high ground, low ground switches here. You go up into this base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bases total. But do we really count this? Do I have to count this one, guys? It's like 7.5. This is a weird one. I like the aesthetic, the gameplay, the mechanical side of it. I don't know. These builds. One guy's got a bunch of stalkers and some slow lots. The other's got 3 void rays and nothing in the production tab. AIs these days. Back in my day, the AI could actually whoop you, could beat you if you weren't careful. And on that note, the void rays are moving out. They're gonna connect with the cannon, of course. Because why not have a cannon that you're oversaturated at? On that note, guys, let's wrap up. So those are going to be the new maps for the foreseeable future. Will we get more this year? Will we get more next year? Who knows? Either way, I would love to know what your thoughts are. What are your favorites? What are your vetoes? What are your not favorites? My initial thoughts, I really liked the snow from altitude. That one's up there. I actually quite enjoyed Neohumanity, even though mechanically it's a bit odd. It's a bit strange, but I think that's interesting. We could see some strange plays with that forward base. This one I can't pronounce. Ancient Cistern. I like the vegetation. I like the amount of life going on, but it's very bright. Hurts my eyes. Cave dweller, basement. Dragon scales has to be a bonus point for me because it's got dragon in the name. Nothing else matters. My top 2 would definitely be between Neohumanity and Altitude, though. I'm not sure about which one is on top. Maybe I'll have more feelings after I play on them, but until then, those are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, guys, I hope you have a great day.